Gene Silva made a push for Yair Rodriguez. Fine. Wait a minute. Gene Silva made a push for Yair Rodriguez? What the hell day is it? Is it today Wednesday? Is it Wednesday where you guys are? Because Tuesday, known as yesterday, Gene Silva was trying to cockblock an idea that was Yair Rodriguez versus Volkanovski. Back up to Saturday, Yair Rodriguez gave us word that he had the word of the UFC that all he needed to do was win over Pitbull, which he had done when he revealed this to us in the first place, and he would be fighting for the championship. But come out of Saturday, the championship was held by Volk. And for my money, as a fan, and I'm a Yair fan, I'm a Volk fan, I've seen him fight. I don't need to see him fight again. I wasn't dying to see him fight the first time. It wasn't overly memorable. It wasn't competitive. And I've never spoken the words, I can't wait to see them fight again. Like the idea of Yair fighting for a championship, I got no problem with that. I agree with that. I also thought Lopez was going to come out with the belt. Then they had their face-to-face at a press conference. It's business as usual. Everything's going great. But the results didn't fall in a conducive place for that to happen. And conducive. Interesting. I'll work on that. I'll get the right one. Conducive. The results were not conducive of doing that match. Conducive. Wow. So now nobody's been told no. Volk hasn't been booked. But something made Gene Silva come after Rodriguez. And again, don't forget, on Saturday night, Rodriguez was going after Volk. On Tuesday, Gene Silva was going after Volk. He was competing with Yair for the attention of Volk. On Wednesday, Gene Silva has stopped saying Volk, and he's come after who argues and claims to be the number one contender for Volk, Yair. I like them all. But if I had to predict one, I do think we're going to see some parity at 145 pounds. I do think Mosfar Evloev is going to find himself in a title shot, buried in a co-main event, because you're forced to because they got the belt, with some big star on top of the bill selling tickets. That's what I think. And if that's true, we're going to need something else for the top guys to do. And Yair Rodriguez versus Gene Silva is really quite an incredible thing. I can't think of any way, and by the way, I looked at the rankings earlier today, and I find Josh Emmett at number 10. That stumps me. The dishonesty of that stumps me, because I do not believe the people in the ranking rooms truly in their heart think they can identify 9 men that can beat Josh Emmett. But I also understand where wins and losses, and it feels a little bit low to me, in fairness. Josh Emmett and Gene Silva, that is a war for the ages. Josh Emmett versus Yair Rodriguez, that is a war for the ages. And so if I like that round robin, I could then, in fairness, remove Josh and just put Yair and Gene Silva together. I could. But if we're talking about fights that aren't title fights anyway, everybody in the top 10 should well be considered a rightful and meaningful opponent. And I do hope when the Yairs, when the Diego Lopez's, when the Gene Silvas of the world start arguing, I hope they bring Josh's name into it. We can start to sort that thing out. All of a sudden, you give us a couple of those on a card. It's a featherweight heavy. We put Volk at the top of the bill. We do the right thing with Evloev and get him in there. We debut Pico. somewhere in between. And there's always been a very meaningful debate of what is the harder weight class in the UFC. Is it 145 or is it 155? But no matter where anybody stands within that argument, the consensus agreement is that those are the two weight classes qualified for the argument. The best fighters are either at 145 or they're at 155. And wouldn't you know, I mean, those are the two divisions where the water is the murkiest right now. Our number one contender in both divisions is clear as mud. Our contenders matches, what we're going to do with them, when we're going to start getting them booked, so we can look forward and start to sort some of these things out, are clear as mud. The good news in this pile of bad news is I have not heard an idea yet that I don't like. I just haven't heard an idea yet that has the strength where I'm confident in telling you guys, all right, here's what's going to happen.